you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This open rainy.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Chicago Bears and the Oakland Raiders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go. 675.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Bell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Luck, complete, the tight end Kelsey. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Watch the screen, Rolling right.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it, baby. We got
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 30-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
12 yards on the return that time, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Hey, Charlie.
On 2nd and 9. Luck. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
And the Raider first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Bell. A gain of 3, second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, over.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
From the 39, Luck. That's complete. It's Bell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. Here's the second year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Caught by Wilson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. On second down, it's Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Ready! Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Come on. 56 is the hey, exit.
From the gun, here's Luck. Caught here by Bell. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Gordon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
18.
On first down, Rodgers. It's caught by Garcon. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
52's the mark, boy. 52. All right, here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Now let's get there. Back two's the mark.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Here we go again. Here we go again. 52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Where's 52? Watch 52. Look at this.
Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Let's go, defense.
And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the turn.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Luck. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player? No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
It's going to be a long
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. And that is incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Call.
Mike,
Now Luck. And that is incomplete here. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And Wilson has it. Again with a juke. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play that time for the Raiders. And even 40 yards.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing again is Locke. A screen to Bell. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play, and facing a second and long. Now a play fake, and it's Locke. Wilson's got it complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Brings up second and 9.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Le'Veon Bell with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on second and 8. Rodgers eluding the pressure right. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Rodgers going to throw again. On the screen, this is Eckler. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Rodgers now to throw. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Break up. 390. What we got? What we got? What we got?
Luck now to throw. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll get this to Eckler. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. From the 17, Rodgers complete to right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Jarius Wright as the first half is winding down as his guys are back within a single score. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's T.J. Carey who picked it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Alec Ogletree, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to got them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut him down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Man, he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Mike, go.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Off of play action, Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Sidney Jones. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now this throw caught left side, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week, as he's got a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Bell. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 47-yard line.
Hey, come on now, come on now. Hey,
Alpha.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Luck. That's complete. It's Bell. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll try and run for it with Smith, and he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it here with Smith. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Bears will get the football back. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Gordon, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
back to the Mike. Mike, 30. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. Mike 52. Mike 52. I got one. I got one. I got one.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. He wants it all for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field.
Hey, take 26.
52. Watch 52. 52's the mic. Let's go, team.
Hey, Echo.
It's going to be a long day.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Come on. Hey, World.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Luck. Caught here by Bell. The 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Le'Veon Bell with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. So now here's Luck as his guys will go for 2 here. From the gun, here's Luck. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 29, Rodgers, the right's got it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of 2. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 36-yard line.
258. Let's see what you got.
Now Rodgers. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 33 yards that time.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Brandon Graham able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to look deep down the field. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Second and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. 12.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
Check Mike 54.
Love. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Luck now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Bell. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
46-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
56, the mark. Check 56.
Hey, Delta.
Here's Love. Caught by Wilson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line.
Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A first down carry for Smith. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Coming this way, here we go. 11 green. 56.
Go.
Right there, 56.
Now Love. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it first and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On first down, it's Bell, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the screen. Tight dog. He's coming. We got double
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll go again with Bell. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. And the kick by Butker is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Back to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Batted away by the rookie out of Kentucky, Lonnie Johnson.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Rodgers to throw. Looking for right, and he finds him. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. He'll look to throw. Aaron Rodgers so cool in these situations, but he's got to get his guys moving.
Yeah, they have to be able to have that urgency while still keeping their cool.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. One final try now for Rodgers. It's caught by Garcon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Well, going into the final play of this game,